So I grew up Catholic. I went to a Catholic school. That was my first intro to God. I had those religion classes and monthly mass, and through that I was in the right steps to following Christ, but I just had so many unanswered questions, things that I just didn't want to dive into, partially because I didn't want to get close to God. I kind of liked where I was. Right when I had the height of my questioning and my doubting was when COVID hit. As quickly as quarantine happened was as quick as my life kind of just turned around. I fell into a lifestyle of partying, and I was smoking, vaping every day. I was hanging around not great people, doing not great things, partying, drinking multiple times a week. And any ounce of faith that I had prior was just gone as soon as quarantine was announced. I got into self-harm, eating disorders. It all happened so fast, but I felt, okay, this is my life now, just being depressed every day and, slowly killing my body. I just thought, okay, that's just the normal for how I'm feeling. And that's when I was diagnosed with depression. I thought it would give me clarity, just understanding why I felt the way that I felt, but it just made everything kind of worse. And I convinced myself that there's something chemically wrong in my brain and I'll never be able to get out of this pit ever. My mom and my stepdad were coming to New Day for a little bit now, and they had expressed how much they loved it. So I decided one day that I can, open up my heart and go to church with them, not because I believed in God, but because I just wanted something new. I loved it. I walked in and there were a million smiles there just surrounding me and allowing me to feel at home. The sermon was amazing, and the worship was something I'd never heard before, so it was just a great new journey. I wanted more continuously. I wanted to keep going on Sundays. I wanted to keep talking to those people and adding new parts to my story and continuing to get better. So not only was I open to getting help, but I was now open to God. I'm not only open to feeling better, but I'm open to allowing Jesus into my life. Something's clearly working, and the only difference is that I'm going to church now. So I joined a group, I think that summer. So I started coming in the fall. I joined a group that summer and joined another group in the winter and the spring and the summer. And God continued to work through my life and continued to allow my faith to grow and allow me to help others in their faith as well. And I felt new and changed. I kept joining groups. I kept seeing people from groups on Sundays and talking to them about my story and their story, and seeing the way that people have changed through groups, not only myself, but the people that I know. Seeing their growth is something so beautiful. There's every kind of group you can imagine for every kind of part in your life, any season that you're in. You could be happy or sad or just wanting something fun to do, and it's there. And that community is what really brought me out of that hole. Jesus guiding the people around me as well as myself to get myself out of that pit and into a hopeful part of my life. It was just like the greatest blessing ever. I say it all the time, but if I asked myself this like a year and a half ago of if I would even be coming to church, let alone leading a church group, I would never expect myself to do that. So to be here is like crazy, but yeah.